Hello and welcome back to another smashing episode of Nosensefornonsense. Today we are going to talk about the Game of Thrones addiction. Now for me, the Game of Thrones with Band of Brothers is the greatest show ever made. And if you have never heard of the Game of Thrones, this means that you have been living in a cave for the past 2 years. Now first of all, after watching the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, I have realized why the show is so successful. It is so successful because it provides a great means of escapism from the real world to this medieval fantasy attractive world where men fight with sword and shield in hand with honor. And I'm a real fan of these type of things. Even though I don't wear my armor while watching the show, I do believe that the real world sucks compared to the world provided by the Game of Thrones. That must make you a nerd. Shut up. Now, I believe that I am suffering from a Game of Thrones addiction after I had finished watching the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones because I felt compelled to find every single video on YouTube provided by the Game of Thrones, whether it was interviews, extras, or clips. And I'm sure I'm not the only one suffering from this because I've watched everything at least 5 to 6 times repeatedly on YouTube. Every day I always have to stop, go on YouTube, and I have to watch a video of Game of Thrones. I look on the side, I see all the thumbnails, and I see there's a clip from Game of Thrones. I have to click on it, I have to watch it, even if it's a scene from the series, and I've seen it before, but I have to click on it, I have to watch it anyway. But it's not our fault. It took me 2 days to finish the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. And season 3 will only be released in April 2013, which is so far away. So what can we do to solve this? Maybe they should get a life? Listeners, do you like the Game of Thrones? If yes, why? And are you suffering from the same addiction as me? Listeners, thank you for listening. So until next time, keep it nonsensical.